Okay, so I've been in a great place last week or two. I really do need to maintain my vlogging. I'm not going to let it slip too much, so I'm just trying to do this without too much editing, because that's the bit I just haven't got the brain power for, mostly. So I just want to go back a little bit, back to when I got my new bed. Now, don't get me wrong, when Kevin is getting gifted, he's very generous. If we're getting on and everything seems to be okay, he's helpful, he's generous, and he wants to do a lot for you. However, when you're not getting along, with or without money, he can turn pretty nasty. So a few weeks back, he was getting gifted extremely well, to the point he had given me some money to put towards getting my facelift treatment in the future. I accepted the money, but it came with stress because I felt guilt. Why did I feel guilt? Because I doubted him. I doubted that this generosity, this keenness to want to help me with something important to me would turn. So with the next few days that went by, I had a little bit of anxiety, but overall it wasn't too bad because he was completely buzzing. He was in a good place. He was able to pay all the things he needed to pay. He had money in his pocket, and sometimes I want to say that's when he's happy, that's when he's okay, but I can tell you some stories of him having money in his pocket and he still hasn't been okay. Anyway, so I'm not quite as naive as Kevin when it comes to making money. I know there's no such thing as a free lunch, even though it appears on TikTok there is, but this kind of money isn't going to be something that's going to continue to happen every single day until it changes your life, changes your family's life. So when you're on a good streak like that, save. Get yourself in a good position where you don't have to get stressed. When you know how much money stresses you out, you know, he's had many opportunities. He could get himself ahead 3 months ahead, not to worry about things, but he won't. And so going from past experience, I wondered how long would I be able to keep hold of this money. I pretty much almost knew it wouldn't be until I had the full amount. And then, as expected, he did stop getting gifted like that, and it was a little bit worse than that. He wasn't getting gifted very well at all, to the point he had made himself broke. I don't know what he did with the money he had. He kept a lot more than what he'd given me. He did give me a lot. He gave me £800, and he had quite obviously kept more for himself. I don't know what he did with his money. He doesn't remember what he did with his money. That can't be my business, you know, but I knew what was coming. Anyway, as well as that, he decided it was time to get a double bed. He comes around every week, and it's not easy. The two of us in a single bed, we don't get good sleep, and then we're all moody. So he got a double bed, and he ordered a mattress. The mattress he ordered wasn't going to be coming for about 2 to 3 weeks, so he cancelled that one. And I said, well, use money from what you gave me and we can put it back when the refund comes through. That's not really spending the money, is it? So that's what we've done. So I'll leave that bit there for now, but going on to the part about the bed and when I cut the mattress, and the reason I want to talk about that is because when he went home after that, he went home with a bruise by his eyelid and some scratches on his arm. That's why I want to talk about that. Now, I posted a video on Instagram and it shocked me how many views it got and likes. However, the video I posted kind of damned me, not him. And so he didn't have an issue with that video being up. He hasn't told me take it down, it makes you look bad, Tanya. He hasn't had anything to say about it. So now with that video there, and the video that a troll has posted suggesting that I gave Kevin this bruise on his eye, and then with the scratches on his arm, there would be absolutely no reason to think I didn't. None at all. And so I cannot have anything to say about anybody who's watching that. You'd absolutely come up with that suggestion. Right, we're at the field and I have to put the torch on. Now I've zoomed in. Look at the midlights. You can't really pick it up on here. I can. Very lovely. Very lovely. Yeah. Anyway, let's get back to that. Pitch black. Look, Kevin, I'm outside in pitch black in a great big open field and no one is here to attack me. Crazy, huh? Okay, so the bed arrives and the day comes to build it, and I'm thinking, you know, is this something me and Kevin are going to be able to do? I mean, it depends kind of, not just what mood I'm going to be in, it depends what mood he's going to be in as well. He's either cooperative or he's very difficult. Let's just call it difficult. And we did. We made a couple of mistakes doing it. We vlogged it. And yeah, we pretty much got through it. But we were both exhausted. We were both really tired because we do have a lot of, you know, things that mentally drain us. So it's not always easy to do these things. And it's not just a case of building the bed. You've got to build the bed, then you've got to put all the stuff back in the room, put it away, then you've got all other jobs to do, you've got to have dinner. Yeah, it does become a lot. Anyway, you've got a new bed, you've got new bedding, and you want to go and have a bath. I've got a shower in my house, I don't have a bath. You want to go and have a shower, and you want to get in it, and, you know, it's just chill, and it's comfy, and it's nice. But that didn't happen. It wasn't like that. So we had a friend come over, and it is a mutual friend, not just my friend. And he didn't really want to socialise. That was his choice. He wanted to make money, so he went up to my room and live streamed on TikTok. I was totally exhausted. I was starving, hungry by the time hey, folks. Hey, yeah. Oh my god, what can you see behind me? I don't even want to look, but I will. Oh my god, there's another one. Okay, one is cute. You're not scared of me, so that suggests I should probably be scared of you and keep going. There's two of you. Oh crap. Oh, Jesus Christ, how hungry are they? Guys, I'm really underweight, honestly. Not worth it. Wait for the next one. So, like a lot of people, I have this silly little thing going on whereby I can't really eat in front of people. I eat with Kevin, obviously. I've been with him a long time, and I can eat in restaurants actually, but just not with other people. So I hadn't eaten for a while. So by the time my friend left, I was just ready to get in my new bed, have something to eat, watch some TV, relax, go to sleep. It didn't really work out like that. I went upstairs and Kevin was sat right on the bit where I sleep for one, and he was still battling somebody. Now, not only that, I mean, he could have ended it. He could have said, all right, I'm going to go in a minute, anything. He didn't. So because of where his camera was, I just sat on the floor in front of the fire. It was so cold. I'd taken my sandwich that I'd got up the co-op earlier, took that upstairs, and I just sat on the floor and ate it. He didn't even think to reposition himself or move. So when I'm tired and hungry and a little bit pissed off because of the TikTok thing, it doesn't really go down well. And then he went a little bit more. So as I was sat on the floor eating my sandwich, he said to me, the guy I'm battling said this house looks poor. There was really no need for him to have told me that. I never knew that. I never heard that. And it's my house, and that's just not really very nice, is it? And I'm not part of that world where they offend each other, but they don't actually take it personally, because I'm not part of it. It hurts. I don't want to be part of it. The other thing wrong with that is I defended myself like I would. I didn't even know who this guy is, and I think he said something along the lines, well, that's not very nice, is it? And I looked at Kevin, and he pulled this facial expression as if to say, oh, no, it's not, is it? And so I said a few more things. I can't remember what, like, well, if you're an example of being rich, I'd never want to be rich, this kind of thing. But basically, I'm now arguing with a man in my bedroom on the floor while Kevin's sitting on my new bed, unmade bed. So again, let's add to that you might sit and think, well, to go and slash up a mattress is a little bit extreme. Yeah, maybe it is. That was a one-off little thing that he had done, but I've had 3 years of untold amounts of people doing despicable things, and I've not had help for it. I've not had any understanding of it. There's been no justice for any of it. And so when you're still going through it and you're not even given space to heal from the shock of things that have happened, it rushes through your body like you're being thrown to the wolves and you've got to get out. Kevin's attitude when he does things to me like that is, in his head, it weren't that big a deal. So what, a bloke slagged off your house, you told him this, that, the other, it's not a big deal. But it is a big deal when you come from my perspective, which he clearly doesn't understand, because I'm not fit for anything most days because of all of this, and I don't go near his TikTok. I don't have anything to do with TikTok because of how toxic it is, because of how awful it is, because they will come for your mental health for content. Your reaction is content. And he brought it into my new bedroom. I was trying to create a whole new energy in there, a whole new peaceful, safe environment. And on day one, he had bought it. So it wasn't even the man that bothered me about the poor house bit. It was Kevin, because instead of protect me, he caused it. And so that's where the real pain came. And this is a person who will tell you that they're your soulmate, that it's other people doing this to you, and then it shocks. Even though you've experienced it time and time again, it's a shock. And then it brings back every other incident, every other memory that made you feel that way that you feel at that particular moment. It brings it back. It can be silly little things like where I was sat one day eating some chips that comes with a really sad story. It'll remind me, it'll come back. Memories I thought were just gone, done, over with, but they're not, because there's been no healing and there's been no respite. Now, I wouldn't usually do things like that. I don't usually break things, but with Kevin, it's kind of been different. He is so materialistic over sentiment, over emotions, over people. And I know, again, some people are, but not to a level where you're actually destroying somebody. And so I show him that's how to hurt Kevin. You don't leave him, he doesn't care. You don't call him names, he doesn't care. You don't scream and cry, he doesn't care. But it shocks him that I could actually damage a mattress, but it won't shock him that he damaged me. That's why. So after the whole slashing the mattress ordeal, there would have been more talking. I don't hold back and tell him exactly what I think, because I can. And it affects him, it does. But in my opinion, it's supposed to, it should. But it shouldn't affect him in the way that it does. And he's done it a couple of times, but on this occasion, he He sat on the end of the bed. I was screaming into my pillow. He sat on the end of the bed and he just punched himself in the face repeatedly. I didn't stop him because I didn't feel any emotion from him doing it. It seemed so thought of, just not normal. Headbutting your head on a wall, breaking your hand, punching a tree. I don't know how people hurt themselves, but to repeatedly punch yourself in the face, to have potentially took one of your own teeth out, but to black your own eye. And that's not as a result of me hurting him. That's a result of me hurting, and he can't cope with the fact I don't just let him make these mistakes, let these things happen and move on quickly. They affect me badly, and then that's what affects him. Scratches on the arm. Once again, we've had this story a few times now where I can be hyperventilating, crying, wanting to scream in the pillow. I just cannot get that level of pain out from inside of me. It feels impossible at the time. And that pain in there, inside of me, is there because he's hurt me. So when I'm on that level, in my head, he's the enemy. He's the one that put me there, right? So when I'm on that level and this man comes behind me and he wants to put his arms around me, that's not what I need. And it's not what I want, because my head goes into complete panic. The man who is destroying me is trying to be my hero. I don't think when he's doing it, he's trying to hurt me. He's trying to be my hero, and that is the problem. You can't set my house on fire, come in and save me and tell the world you're a hero. And that's how it is in my head. I can't breathe, I can't think. I'm no longer, I don't want to say I'm no longer in reality, like as in I don't know what's going on, I do. But I'm in his reality, not in mine. And if I'm saying to him repeatedly, get off me, get off me, get off me, it's exactly what I expect him to do. And if he's not going to do that, if anyone is not going to do that, it could have even been a police officer, I would naturally do the same thing. And yeah, if I did it to a police officer, I'd probably end up with a criminal record. It's crazy. It's a crazy world. But so be it. I don't want to be restricted when I'm hurting, when I'm crying, hyperventilating, trying to scream into a pillow, which was advised by a therapist, and as well as throwing socks up the wall, but that just doesn't do it. I'm in a car park. We've walked quite far, 20 minutes. I need to find the footpath and avoid all the soggy mud. I'm just going to pause it because I'm concentrating and I can't think to talk, and I don't really want to do any editing, so I'll be right back. So that's pretty much about it for the whole bed story, bruised eye. Now my issue is, he knew full well when he went home to live stream, this was going to be something. This is what these companies are going to say, you know. And with that, if you wanted to go home and live stream and allow people to see that, as you put yourself out there in the public eye, you do have to explain these things. You cannot just let them be seen and anything said. You would have, sorry, I can edit that. God, now I'm going to edit. He, not you, because I'm not talking to him, I'm talking to everyone else. That wasn't the right footpath. We're going to have to go the long way around. Oh, bloody hell. So, as he knows, I don't go on TikTok. I mean, unless somebody is to tell me about these things being posted, I would have absolute no idea. And it's worked in his favour, because I've told people, just please leave me out of it, I don't want to hear it, I don't want to know what gets posted, and so works well. However, in the last few days I did get shown this one, and when these things are put out there, I have the right to have it on my platforms, my defence. So even if, like, in years down the line, all of that is seen, I'm pretty sure out of curiosity, if those sort of things come up first, they might think, well, let's go find out who she is. They can go to my platforms and they can see the actual truth. But it seems to me that the only things allowed out there about me are things that trolls post, these stalkers, what they post. So I can't post anything. Let's have a little smoke break. So we're on the same page. I mean, all I really see from that is, firstly, he's known enough not to really put TikTok in front of me like that, but he's never sorry, you know. He says sorry every single day. He's constantly sorry, but he's never sorry. And especially for the main things. I don't know, it's really weird. So because it came to my attention, I'm putting it on my Instagram. I want there to be a reaction to what's out there about me. I'm entitled to do that, but it most certainly should not anger him. Maybe it can upset him because he's worried what it makes him look like. But to come and leave a comment knowing I'm where I'm at right now, knowing what I'm feeling and going through right now, to come and leave a comment, something along the lines of, I never said you hit me. No, but you never said I didn't. And actually it's going to make you look bad. I really don't know in anything of that I've just spoken about that I look bad. It's all bad. The whole of it is bad. But he's so intent on blame and who's going to look bad and who is the bad one. I sent him a WhatsApp message a few days ago. I was so confused. Not so confused to know what's going on, but confused, like, why are you doing this? And it really twists with your brain. I can't even describe it. And he replied, basically, it's all me. In the first half of the message, I'll put it up here now. He basically said it was all me, and then the ending of it was, but we're not going to blame anyone. So what was the first bit saying it was all me? The subliminal message, and then the last bit to make you look good. I don't know. I don't get it. And again, it scared me, because it actually wasn't to do with me. It was to do with what he's done, which is the second story. We'll make our way back over there until the second one. Then we're going to leave all this out here. I don't have to talk about it again because it's here, it's out there now to counteract the other stuff. I can let it go. And that's why I have to do it, Kevin. And that's why I will do it. I didn't do anything wrong. Okay, so that incident to this one, there would have been a couple of little things in between. Right, yeah, let's get started on the next one. So I started my vlogging. That's all smoky. What can you see in the camera? I don't know what that is. Oh, no, it's not that. Weird. Oh, it's not smoke with the cigarette. It's just very white. Oh, there's like a torch. Put it that way. Run from the smoke. I forgot what I was saying. Right, second story. Not that way. Yeah, so I've been vlogging, and he'd been really supportive. When he comes over, we do vlogs together. An issue that I got told about a little while ago, and who's really seen myself, is whenever me and Kevin do any videos together, he seems to come across and act a little bit vulnerable with something in them, almost like I'm the pushy one to get content out there. I'm the pushy one to get content out there, and don't know, something just seems offish with them. Alright, it's not the cigarette, it's still there doing it. Let me stop and start. I mean, all I can say is the place is haunted. There's a frigging ghost watching me, because if I go down, there's nothing. There's no smoke coming anywhere. Oh, there it is. There's nothing in front of my camera. There's nothing out here that I can see. I'm in a haunted flipping field by myself. Well, that's just annoying. Why can't I see it? What is it? Right, if you're a ghost, push me over. No, that'll hurt. If you're a ghost, poke me in the cheek. Go on, I won't be scared. Poke me in the cheek. Post? Poke. Well, right, if you're a ghost, can you guide me out of here? Where you gone? Damn, even the ghost is gone. Oh, well, back to talking. I really don't know where the pathway went. Am I in a field you just can't get out of once you get into? I'm going across the grass. But then that's pointless, the whole way I've done it. Did I come from there? Oh. Well, now I'm going across the grass because I just walked in that bloody puddle. So it doesn't matter. Right. So he was really supportive of me vlogging. But I had hesitation about it. Oh my god, there's a car. Da da da. I want to go get past them foxes. Oh god, you can't see anything, can you? So I started getting a bit of anxiety and some not very good thoughts about the vlogging. That what happens is whenever you start to get somewhere, whenever you feel like you're moving forward, these people stalking us, they will go harder at that time. Naturally, that's what you're going to expect. That's what the past 3 years has shown me. So I spoke to Kevin about it and I said, listen, no matter what we do, whether they be pranks, nice days out, see friends, anything, we're going to turn it to something. And he is the one who is on TikTok, absolutely God knows how many hours a day and night, having it all fed into his brain. Not me. I don't hear it. I don't hear it, so I'm not affected, you'd think. Because Kevin is already naive. Everybody knows this. Now that naivety doesn't just stop at you can pretend you're going to give him something and he'll believe you. You can have many adults when you're naive. So you can tell him anything you want about me. And even though deep down in his mind he knows he gets trolled, he knows he deals with these kind of people, there's no reason to disbelieve it if he's told it. Which is a complete different perspective to if you're told something about him. I was told, for example, that he had a phone call whilst live streaming with his mum and he spoke about me. I asked him, I showed him a screenshot of the message I was sent, not the who by. And he denied it, he lied and said whoever's telling me this is trying to cause trouble. I want evidence. I got the evidence, I sent it, he didn't want to talk about it. So this is the thing. This is what makes me laugh. Why? No, it doesn't make me laugh actually. This is what makes me understand why he will believe people when they want to go and tell him things about me. You know, because not extreme things, you know, if people want to come and say to me, you know, he's a criminal, he's this, he's that, them horrible things like that, that's not going to be believed. But he has no reason to disbelieve. She's talking to this guy. She's doing this with this guy. They're taking the piss out of you. She's ridiculing you. It's because of her you failed TikTok. All of these things, they go harder at him when me and him are getting on. This has also been pointed out to him, it's been explained to him, he's agreed, he understands. And I've said to him, you need to stop letting them feed into your head, because you come to me at the weekend and you calm down, all the racing or whatever's been told to him will stop. He'll go home, and then by the second night he's speaking to me like I'm enemy number one. He doesn't tell me what's got said, he doesn't tell me what's going through his head, he doesn't ask or approach me, nothing. I work from energy, not the words out of the mouth. And so I know, I can tell the difference with him, the connection isn't there, you know. So I just know. So I started getting worried, thinking, if we keep doing these vlogs together, it's only a matter of time until he starts holding them against me. And then he did. I started premiering them, which basically means you post your video at a set time and everybody can watch it at the same time live and comment on it and interact. And we were both enjoying them. They were getting very good views, considering like I'm just a little nobody. They was doing well, and yeah, it was exciting, looking forward to them. He asked me if he could be on TikTok whilst watching them and promote my YouTube channel. I said, yeah, of course, no problem. However, just don't battle anyone for that little time that the video is premiering. Reason being because the person he will battle offers a platform for trolls and stalkers and whoever else to go and say horrible things, slander me, anything really. He agreed, and that was pretty much that really. He went home, and I'm guessing somebody had been feeding him something, because Kevin does this sort of thing to me when he's angry at me. But the thing is, he never has a reason to be angry at me. I don't do anything. That's why I've started vlogging, to show exactly what I do. I'm really poo dodging here, by the way. Really, this is disgusting. Jesus. Or is it leaves? Yeah, I need glasses. I think it's leaves. Where was I? So he's at home, I'm at home. It's 11 o'clock. My premiere starts. In the comments, somebody lets me know that he's battling, not on TikTok, on a different app. He was battling, but he was also in my premiere. So I messaged him. I said, what the hell are you doing? We agreed, and we agreed for a bloody good reason, to protect me very easily. And if it was a problem and you needed to battle, you didn't need to watch the premiere. You could have watched it later. So for me, there was no real excuse. This one was going to be difficult to say sorry. I knew that, and he knew that. He knew that there was no excuse, but I know Kevin better than he knows himself, and I can say that because I asked him, who is Kevin Wright? And he said, I don't know. I do. And I know that Kevin Wright did that out of anger. But what I don't know is anger for what, because I hadn't done anything. So with that, and knowing that was a pretty extreme betrayal, it did hurt. It did hurt. He wanted to throw me in the lion's den, and that hurt. He didn't stop to call me and apologise. He didn't stop to ask me if I'm okay. He didn't stop. That hurt too. Throughout the next 6 days, I was pretty much messaging him, how are you not sorry? He wasn't sorry. And again, like I said, I know Kevin. And he's not sorry when it's deserved. I've asked him before, why do you do this? And his reply is, because I'm angry. I mean, he shouldn't even be angry. If I've done things wrong, he should be hurt, not angry. But I'd rather he confronted me and fought it out with me than go and do things like that to really hurt me publicly as well. It kind of leaves more psychological scarring than just to keep coming to me and say it, whatever might be on his mind, irritating him. Because I would, if I think anything, feel anything, or if anyone told me anything and I thought for a moment it's possible it could be true, I'll ask him. He doesn't like that either. So for the first 3 days, I kept pretty cool. I was angry. I was hurt and angry. And with that, I just thought, you know what? I'm just going to carry on. I'm going to stay quiet. And I'm not going to get over this until I'm satisfied with why he done it. And that he really does regret doing it. And he understands how and why that would hurt. But that was going to be too much for him. He can't go that deep. He can't give you that much. 3 days have gone by. I'm still hopeful. Valentine's Day is approaching. I said to my friend, could you please let Kevin know? I don't want to hear from him until Friday. Giving him enough time to think about what he's done, how he's going to work this one out. But Kevin didn't take it that way. Kevin gets annoyed that I don't want to speak to him till Friday. I don't want to speak to him till Friday because I want to control my emotions, and to speak to him, he won't be sympathetic because for whatever reason he did that, he's still going to be thinking that. He's still going to have the anger until it's gone, so he wasn't going to call me and be sympathetic or apologetic. I still carried on getting the prank ready. It was going to be the Gucci experience prank. I was going to build him up to really believe that I'd bought him Gucci. You know, it's not the end of the world when he would have realised that he didn't get Gucci, but I was going to give him the Gucci experience at low cost. It was just going to be funny and a little bit humbling, you know, to show him the little token gifts that I did actually get him. Because I suggested to him it would be good content if we had a £10 budget each for Valentine's Day and see what we could come up with on that. I got a pretty much generic message from him on Valentine's morning. No, sorry, let me backtrack there. The night before, he asked, am I coming to yours? There'd been no caring about me in them days. There'd been no concern for me in them days. So there was no way I was just going to make him happy because it's Valentine's Day. Just timing doesn't matter. What you made her feel doesn't matter. And I decided I don't want to do Valentine's Day anymore. It doesn't even seem like a good thing. So then Valentine's morning, he sends me like some kind of little generic bullshit message. I didn't reply. Still being pretty cool, pretty calm. Hurting, but not vocalising, you know. And then there was something else that I had started to figure out with when they say that, when they want to blame you and say when you react, they call you the abuser. So I trod really carefully. I wasn't going to call him any names in my messages. I was going to really hold back. So sometimes I was messaging him how I feel, and then I was vocalising, you fucking horrible C-U-N-T, but not writing it down, not putting that in the message. Because I was so calm and not doing all of that, he messaged my friend to say I'm acting strange. So I'm wondering if that's maybe why he pushed a little bit more until I stopped acting strange. He got me on the phone. He got me here. And he got me screaming. He got me screaming in London Bridge train station. He didn't tell anyone I was acting strange. So I didn't see him Valentine's Day. I didn't see him after that. And then become increasingly more concerned about Hugo, my dog. I'd been telling him for a few weeks something needs to be done with Hugo. I put in my messages probably 6 or 7 times. I'm worried about Hugo. I just need to worry about Hugo. I don't know what to do about Hugo. Hadn't received any help at that point, and he wasn't acknowledging any of it. So my friend, well, first of all, eventually the other day, Kevin said, okay, I'll organise the vet for you, an appointment for the vet, because I couldn't mentally do it. I can't do these things, and especially this particular vet, it was very difficult to make any contact with them. So he's done all of that, and he said to me, all done, appointment for the next day. I felt a little bit of calmness, a little bit of warmth. He'd actually done something for me. He took a big, important weight from me and dealt with it. Yeah, wait, don't judge yet. I said to him, I need to go to the shop. I want to go to the shop. Just feel like a bit of company on the way. Could you be on the phone? And he did. He came on the phone. And I didn't even get halfway to the shop when he said to me he had just booked an appointment at the vet for the complete wrong person, really. It wasn't for me and my dog. So with that, I said to him, please just get off the phone. I just wanted you to keep me company to the shop. I haven't heard your voice in over a week. And the first time I speak to you, you've given me a problem, because now I'm just completely back to square one. When you've gone through this much with somebody and so many things they do for you have gone wrong, you do start to think they're doing it on purpose. Whether they are or not, it's neither here nor there at this point. You think they're doing it on purpose. So he just sent me a message and said just email them and make an appointment. So there we go. He hadn't actually achieved it for me. If I knew it was that easy to just email and make an appointment, I would have done that weeks ago. Anyway, my friend, 3 hours it took to finally get the situation sorted, get my name put down and get the appointment. 3 hours, something I couldn't have done. It was so hard to get through. So with that, I didn't really talk to him much for the rest of that day, and later on he asked me, have I got an appointment? And I said yeah. It was the night before. Oh yeah, because the appointment was tomorrow anyway. And he said, I want to go with you, we can get an Uber. He said he has enough money, we can get an Uber. And he'll send me the £25 consultation fee money. I said to him, well, you're going to have to speak to Matt about that, because he's the one that's going to be taking me. He's the one that kind of ended up doing it to help me. But Kevin had blocked him, because this is what Kevin does. So I thought that was fair enough. Just let Matt know you want to come. I'm not going to say you can't, you know, he's my boyfriend, Matt's my friend. I'm not going to say Kevin can't and put that on myself. But at the same time, I can't volunteer Matt's services, you know. I had to give him the opportunity to say, no, I don't really want to be around Kevin. However, feel free to let Kevin take you. That's what I thought. So Kevin had messaged him, I want him to come. He sent his reply. Kevin hasn't taken too kindly to the reply and said to me, you're not going to like the reply that I got. I'll tell you about it after. I'll tell you later. You don't need to hear about it now. So with that, obviously he said that much to me. I want to know about it now, you know. So anyway, I thought I'm not going to play the games, just forget about it. Can't even remember which one ended up telling me. Anyway, they told me what was said, and I decided to tell Matt it was probably best he doesn't come. Reason? Because I know Kevin. Had I have said to Kevin, it's best you don't come, and I went with another man to take my dog to the vet, I know that's how that would make him feel. Rightfully so. Regardless of all the things, put that aside, that he may have done wrong, that would still be a valid feeling. That would probably make him feel sad. Now the problem is, when Kevin feels sad for something I've done, he has to retaliate. And he would have gone on TikTok while I was away with Matt, and he would have done something to hurt me to retaliate. So for me, it was probably better that I had said to Matt, I'll just go with Kevin. So that way, if Kevin's got any issues going on, if Kevin is triggered by Matt's messages, which he would have been, he can do it to me face to face rather than ridicule me online, doing whatever he would do. So we got that over with. We got it done that way. I had a breakdown at London Bridge and kept it pretty much together by the time I got home, and then the next morning he just left. No care for the next move regarding the dog, no care for the news I'd just been given, no care for anything, he just left. So between the two of them and what I was going through with Hugo, and I just wanted to be there for him, it hurt. I felt it was more about each of them than it was to help me. And that's not to say that's true, but it's how I felt. I, once again, stopped speaking to Kevin. Want to stay calm, want to stay okay. I never really heard from him anyway, and then when he did call, I didn't want to answer. I told him, no, you're only going to push me over the edge because you think it's strange when I don't react, and maybe like what these trolls say. There's no point trolling Tanya anymore. She doesn't react. It's boring. It's true. Of course it's true. And so out of all of this, no, I really haven't done anything wrong. I just don't want to be involved on TikTok, be bullied on TikTok for people's algorithms, people's entertainment. It's just not what I wanted. And I didn't want you to go against me. Now I'm finished because things online, and that's okay. Because you did that to me already. Anyway, thanks very much for listening. I really would appreciate it if you would subscribe. I am going to keep going. Not sure what kind of content. This stuff I got off Tina is absolute rubbish. I don't even know if I'm going to show you. It's a little bit embarrassing. I probably will. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care.